Okay, are we back? Internet just randomly went out again. So. God damn it. Sleep says, hi, back. I'm sleepless. No, sleepless. I said, are we back? So by you saying, so by you confirming that we are back, that means that you are back. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Okay, well, chat box is not displaying right now, dang it. Okay, what I missed. Sleeper says, I have returned with pizza. Congrats. Pokemaster Cube says, pizza, you. And then Pokemaster Cube, you want me to trust you with my life when playing a Soulsborne game, and then yet you turn right around and call pizza gross. You expect me to put my life and you expect me to put my life, well, not my life. You expect me to put Shirley Brewing's life and my sanity in the hands of someone who thinks pizza is gross? See, this looks like the text box I'm using opening. Okay, hold on. Let me check to see, because maybe I can try getting it to work again. Pokemaster Cube says, well, what do you expect from someone who has to be careful with what they eat? Pokemaster Cube, I have to be careful with what I eat. Well, I try to be careful with what I eat. Unfortunately, one of the reasons why I need to move out of here is because there's a very limited selection of food around here, and most of it is very unhealthy for me, and I probably should not be eating. But at least it is delicious. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try. Let me try bringing it back. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try this again. There it is. Okay. Pokemon Cube said it was unhealthy, then there was putting you in a hospital for eating certain things because your body can't take it unhealthy, and most things on pizza would do that to me. Okay, let's try. I think the chat box is working again, so now let me get back to playing game. So, okay.
Roger that.
So if you're just coming into the stream, things aren't going well.
Let's rock.
There is like 8 people left that I can field in missions. Most of them are injured. 2 of the ones that weren't injured here, 2 of the only ones that weren't injured, Tali and Ryu,
okay.
They got ambushed while on their mission. So I need to now like hurry up and get them out of here while they're being swarmed by Advent and the Lost. By Advent and zombies. So I started this stream at 143 lives remaining, and I'm now down to 136. I did beat that mission where I had to like destroy a facility, and it did reduce the Advent project by It did reduce the Advent project. However, geez, I had to restart that. Well, I had to restart that mission.
Sit.
I did that mission once,
Running dry.
and everyone died, and then I restarted like halfway through the mission, and two of the and everyone but 2 people died, and one of the people who didn't die had to be dragged out of there by the person who lived.
X-ray neutralized.
So yeah,
Need to reload.
went pretty horribly, pretty bad. It went pretty bad.
Double time.
Like Mascu says, and by the way, while I offer assisted souls, I never claim to be good at them. Just an extra body be a shield. I can't parry or gun counter and Bloodborne to save my life. Made a certain part of Shadow of the Earth Tree in absolute pain. Oh no, I wasn't like questioning your skill. No, sorry, I wasn't. I wasn't like questioning your skill at those games. That was just me trying to alleviate. That was just me trying to alleviate some of my anger with a joke. So if I had said anything that was hurtful, I apologize.
Got it. Moving.
But as far as bringing in people in to help in Dark Souls, like in Dark Souls 2 or 3 or Neo 2, if that's even an option in Neo 2, if those win the Donothon Arc 3 vote, I'm probably going to avoid that as much as possible because I think I'll use like in-game NPCs because I did that in Dark Souls 1. But I'm gonna try to avoid bringing in like real people as much as possible. And the reason for that is because of my internet.
Locked and loaded.
I cannot trust this internet to hold together whilst I try to do any sort of co-op thing. Right, whilst I try to do any sort of co-op or even any multiplayer thing right now. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of ideas for like streams I wanted to do with people that I wanted to, like collab streams I wanted to do with people that I've had to keep pushing back because I've had to keep pushing them back because well I can't trust my internet to hold. While I'm here, so I can't do them at all. So I can't do them until I move out.
Heading to that location.
So there's a flamethrower trooper right near there. Yeah, there, and also a Zambi.
That all you got?
Oh dang it, more lost. Wait, are they... It seems like actually setting them on fire makes the lost panic. Which is good to know if that's true. But yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for this internet, I would be more open to like people joining me for boss fights. If like Dark Souls or if Dark Souls 2 or 3 wins the Donothon Arc vote, I just with how terrible it is, I don't know if it'll hold. But still, thank you for the offer, and maybe. I'll tell y'all right now, no matter how many arcs of this Donathon we go through, Elden Ring probably won't be an option. Because I want to save that for, like, I actually want to give that one a try without lives and see how well I do on it. And when I get to Elden Ring, I probably will let people, if I'm hopefully, it'll probably be some time until I get to Elden Ring, and it'll probably be like, I won't get to that, I definitely won't get to that until after I've moved out of my parents' house. So once I get to Elden Ring, then I would be willing to, like, let people join me. For like fighting the bosses, co-op when fighting the bosses.
Solid copy.
It also kind of worked because I kind of think that I actually kind of already have like kind of an idea of what kind of build I want to make in Elden Ring, and I kind of want to make like a character who's like a huge focus on like fast sword fighting, but also has a lot of like summon abilities, like can summon like like has the ability to summon a lot of different enemies to help a lot. Has the ability to summon like whatever summon options are available in that game to kind of help me out. Like take my playstyle, like take how I played Dark Souls 1, which was summoning like as many allies as I could to help me out in their boss fights, and try to make that into an actual playstyle. Pokemon Cube says summons are available to any playstyle.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Oh, I don't mean just like the NPC summons. I mean like if there's like any spells that let you summon like I don't know, like spirit wolves to like go attack enemies for you.
Target disabled.
Okay, that's more lost. Pokemon Cube says yes, that is a thing. Oh, good. So it says, excuse me, Pokemon Cube says, but there's many ifs and buts about it. I mean, I kind of figure it's got to be like really limited, because I mean. All right, so.
Good to go. Nailed him. Ammo's low. Locked and
All right,
loaded.
let me have Hayabusa reload.
Heading there now.
I think she can get rid of that Zambi. Yep.
Target eliminated. My ammo's running low.
Y'all have a
We're
reload.
green to go.
Oh, dang it, that didn't kill him. Pokemon Rescue's like you can only summon in specific areas and only one summon per rest allowed. That does kind of make that does still would make it kind of interesting because it would basically be like me fighting alongside a limited army of Pokemon. But in Elden Ring.
Could use some ammo over here.
Oh, okay, she can.
Enemies down.
Oh, okay, we gotta book it. Where is that extraction point? Okay, it's over there.
Double time.
Moving on target location.
Let me have her reload.
Back in.
Well, I found another Advent soldier. Thankfully, the zombies appeared right next to him. Okay, I can have Hayabusa extract. Let me get him out of here.
Copy that.
Oh, because this stream had to start at like 3 p.m., I'll go to like 9 p.m. to make sure we get the full 6 hours.
Headed there now.
So we're really only about like 2 hours into the stream.
Affirmative.
We're
Covering
on
now.
Overwatch. Maybe the zombies will target. Huh. I didn't realize he was close enough for her to do that. Maybe they'll go after... Okay, she can just go ahead and go in here.
Getting it done.
Yeah, let me just have her get out of here. Yeah, you can handle the zombies. Good luck.
I'm gone.
You handle the zombies yourself. We'll just get out of here.
All members of Wraith 1 have been successfully evac'd.
Okay, good. Nobody died. However, like, Hayabusa is severely wounded, so...
I can't imagine the aliens are too happy about this one, Commander. Hell of a job.
Wait, come on. You guys can make it. Okay, so that means Hayabusa has survived 4 missions. I know it says 3 there, but I'm counting the covert actions that he succeeds in. I'm counting those as a completed mission. And that means Talia survived 15 missions.
We're getting thin on manpower, Commander. We should check with Resistance
Commander, we don't have...
HQ
Yeah,
for
I
new
know.
recruits.
Our people seem to work well together, Commander.
We just got some new intel on the Chosen. Pretty soon, we'll be able to take them down.
We now have access to a Chosen
Commander,
stronghold and begin
we
the
just
assault
heard
on
from
your
the
orders.
Resistance.
Okay, well,
They
we can't
found
do
a
it
way
yet.
into the Chosen stronghold. We shouldn't pass up this opportunity to take the fight directly to the Elders.
We don't have the soldiers for it, though. Okay, favorite PCS game. I only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 soldiers. Okay, before we can do a covert action, I really need to, like, get more soldiers. And we've only got 17 supplies, so we cannot recruit anyone. Okay, let me save. Well, as much as I'd like to... Let me see,
Commander,
do we have?
the factions have readied proposals for various covert missions.
Central, please
We should
shut
head
up.
to
You
the
are
ring
really
to
not
plan
helping
our
right now.
next op.
Alright, so... Only 4 people are available, so we kind of still need to heal.
Hey, Commander.
Are y'all still building the... Y'all building the Skulljack, that's right, okay. Okay. Let's stick around here and heal up some more. Let me see if I can have them build our mech soldier. Or our robot. Nope. Okay, we don't have enough supplies. Supply records from the mainframe XCOM indicate early product for light armor suit coupled with a grappling hook never came to fruition. So this is one of the best summons in Elden Ring is that dang jellyfish. Dude was an MVP 100%. You know what?
It
Let's
was your
start
choice.
forwarding this.
I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
I want to make that robot, but all advanced soldiers are completely immune to environmental hazards. Okay. So we got 92 supplies. We are going to need to... Let me build a defense matrix
Defense
here.
facility construction initiated.
Alright. I just got 92 supplies from clearing out that room. I need to recruit some soldiers. We don't have enough to... Okay, I could recruit some non-human soldiers, but that I'd only get, like, 2 people, like, 1 person. So... First, let me see who I'm gonna revive. Okay, Robocop, Joshua Graham, Hatsune Miku, Black Widow, Sheva, Spike Spiegel, Squirrel. Let's see who I can revive. I might revive, like, multiple of them. Why do I not have? What the heck's going on? Why don't I have the social supplies? Y'all. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Apparently I do not have any I didn't get the supplies from them clearing that out. Y'all. What's going on here?
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
It is unfortunate, Commander, that your recent efforts have proven to be so...
Oh, screw you.
I was good before, but this is something else entirely.
Their intel is
Is
reporting the Chosen Hunter increased in power, adding additional strength will need to combat. Oh, great. Able to sabotage the Avenger. Will crack down on the resistance. The Chosen no longer suffer from any weaknesses. Oh. Great.
Word is we've got a new trick or two available, Commander. Maybe we should give them a try.
Increase income. Recruit skirmishers, gain new ability points. Rescue rogue operative. Okay. No, we gotta do gather supplies. We gotta do that one. Okay, so I'm gonna send out...
Commander,
I'll send out Torque.
at this point, we've committed so many of our soldiers to conducting covert actions that we're running low on manpower for our own tactical operations.
I know.
We'll need to recruit new forces if we're going to keep
Central,
this up.
shut the fuck up. I know that we're committing soldiers to covert actions. But if I don't commit soldiers to covert actions, you keep telling me that I need to commit soldiers to covert actions.
Avenger plotting
Fine,
new
we'll
course.
go grab supplies first. Instead of doing a covert action to grab supplies, we'll grab supplies here. First thing I'm doing as soon as we defeat Advent, first thing I'm doing, kicking Central off of
We
this.
have made a number of new discoveries.
I'm kicking
Commander.
Central off of the Avenger and dropping him in the ocean.
It certainly is impressive looking, if nothing else.
Ooh.
Although I am still not entirely sure what the aliens
Okay, I like
hope
both
to
of these.
achieve such a grand design. From what I've been told, our troops took to calling this large robotic unit a sectopod, under the initial assumption that it was being controlled by a sectoid pilot. On closer inspection, we can see that is not the case. Not unlike the mechanized Advent units, which were likely derived from the sectopod.
New orders, Commander?
Can we build anything? No. We don't have the supplies for it. Okay. Okay, we don't have enough to use those, so... Some more supplies for us. Let's gather supplies. Okay, I'll send Buttermilk and Kiryu to go handle this.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
And we've got about 302 supplies, so...
Hello, Commander.
First of all, let's build Advanced Fiber Blade and the Fusion Blade. That gives them better swords and better knives. Next, let me check what everyone's equipped with. Ooh. Shiny. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks really nice. I would like to get that Hell Weave, but we don't have the... I would like to get that Hell Weave, but we don't have the supplies for it. I need to recruit more people. This is who we're down to? Okay. Okay, I am going to... First, let me put a save here. And then I'm going to recruit as many soldiers as I can. And get them some new stuff. I have 142 supplies. It costs 25. I could probably recruit 5 soldiers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That uses up all our remaining supplies, but okay. So we're gonna make first. I'm gonna see who we're gonna bring back. So we have RoboCop. The people that I could bring back is RoboCop, Joshua Graham, Hatsune Miku, Black Widow, Squirrel Girl, Spike Spiegel, and Sheva. Okay, Black Widow. So, hold on. I'm just making a note of who all I'm going to make. So, let me bring in Black Widow. And then these are pretty desperate times. So, I'm going to go ahead and make Raiden. I'm going to remake Black Widow. Gonna make Raiden. I don't think I've made any of the characters. I did download a couple mods for characters from Zenless Zone Zero. So yeah, let me make one of them. I haven't made. I can make Garrus from Mass Effect. Yeah, let me make Garrus. And then I'll also make... Blonde Blazer. Actually, maybe not Blonde Blazer just yet. Because someone might be about to die. Maybe... Yeah, Blonde Blazer. Okay, oh, and something I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it again. So, when I beat this game and Donothon Arc 3 starts, if I'm still on my training schedule, I'm gonna change things around a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Tuesday and Thursday will be the days that I play the game for the Donathon, and then Sundays will be the day that I play some other game, one of the other games I need to play through. It's just, like, once we get to Donathon Arc 3, I have no idea how long this Donathon will last. Or, yeah, I know the Donathon will keep going until I run out of lives, so it could run through for a long, long time. But there are a bunch of other games I really need to get to playing, so giving them more time during the week would probably be better. I think will be better. I do not know Raiden's last name. Hold on, let me see what's... I know his first name is Jack. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. He doesn't have a... Oh, that's right, because he was a child soldier. You know, we'll just put this question mark. I might have... Let me see if I have his voice. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, no, Garrus's head. Not Garrus's head. Sorry, just a second. We're gonna make him Revengeance Raiden. Yeah, we're gonna make him Revengeance Raiden. Even though I haven't gotten to play Revengeance yet. That is a game I definitely do want to play at some point. Well, I want to play a lot more of the Metal Gear games when I can get the chance, but specifically... But even despite the order I'm going in, I definitely want to get to Revengeance. Because that game seems so... That game seems to be the goofy... all the goofiness that I love in Metal Gear. I think that'll have to work. Upper face prop. Okay, let's give him his... No, let's have it be covered. There we go. And it should be... Okay, so... Okay, Rising. Okay, let's give him the custom armor so I can kind of color customize it a little bit. Metal Gear Rising custom left arm, Metal Gear Rising custom right arm. He doesn't need the trench coat. Oh, I can get, yeah, give him his gear. Absolutely. I don't think there's anything... That sword might actually not work well. Yeah, because I'm making him Revengeance, right? Okay, and... Yeah, alright. Oh, I need to change the colors up a bit, so... Black, and that should be... Actually, let me make this black and make this... Dang, there's not really a good... Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. There. Okay, that's better. And for weapon color, give him this as well. Actually, a gray might work better, because that's kind of the tertiary color you're going with for him. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and send him to guerrilla training. We got to make him a shinobi. So that's Raiden. And these other four, well... Okay, Raiden, I definitely want to make a shinobi. So he's in training for that. Black Widow, I want to make her a sharpshooter. She was a Reaper previously. Yeah, she was a Reaper previously, but I want to make her a sharpshooter because I think having... It takes a lot to recruit the... We'd have to go through another mission to recruit a Reaper again. And giving her, like, more weapons and equipment will help. I think will help her out better. Okay, let's just customize you. While I am tempted to give her Hatsune Miku's voice, I don't think that's a good idea.
Solid copy. Location confirmed.
That'll have to work. Unfortunately, there's no Roman voice available. Or not Roman, Russian. There's no Russian. I don't know why I said Roman. Yeah, I'll use the tintable option so we can give her slightly different colors this time around. Let's go with... there. And... that... Rising right for... Oh, did I might have messed him up a little. Okay, I might need to go back to do something with Raiden, so... Well, yeah, I need to... Nope, okay, he's got the right stuff. I don't think there's anything here. Nope. Then her legs should be... yeah, these. So, for Black Widow and Raiden, I'll give them a specific class, but for the other three, I'm gonna need to just go ahead and send them out onto missions and see what class they're given, because we are not doing well. We're really not doing well. Sleep says, Brawl, I don't know if you watched it, but you've got a fondness for swords and sorcery fantasy. I do. I would strongly recommend Wisteria, Wand, and Sword. Oh. Okay, I'll add that to my list to check out. I actually hadn't heard of that one. For weekly anime, it's got movie levels of production. Let's see. The story. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'm not, when it comes to like specific types of fantasy, it depends, but I generally really prefer like the science fantasy where it's like well, I mean, I've said this before, but basically if you can have if your fictional world has like if you have a fictional world where a mech could fight a dragon, I'm in. I'm sold. I'll watch it. But I do like high fantasy. Well, we gotta make it... Okay, well, we gotta make it black. And then... Sleeper says, this one is more hard fantasy like Frieren than sci-fi. I do really need to get to watching Frieren. I'm watching... Okay, so currently I'm watching 5... Currently I'm watching 5 shows, and 4 of them are Kamen Rider. Pokemon Rescue says, Gavon last night, mentioning shows, Gavon last night did something that was tearing up for me. Sadly, on the live showings, the on-demand showing doesn't have this change, sadly. Oh, speaking of which, rest in peace to the very first actor for Gavon. The very first Space Sheriff Gavon. Kenji Oba. Yeah, Kenji Oba was the actor for the very first Space Sheriff Gavon, and he sadly passed away earlier this week. Pokemon Rescue says that's what it was. So it says only 5. Those are rookie numbers. Well, okay, so I actually have tabs pulled up for 13 other shows right now. However, I'm focusing on watching episodes for 5 shows at a time. So watching a group of episodes for 5 different shows at a time so that I can try and get through them. So it's... Right now, the 5 shows I'm watching are... I'm watching Kamen Rider Zets, which is currently ongoing. Kamen Rider Gav, I'm watching through that one. Because I didn't get the chance to finish it when it was originally airing last year. So I basically just restarted the show and rewatching it. And then decided that, well, since I'm rewatching one Kamen Rider show, why not start rewatching another, and restarted Kamen Rider Geats. And also because Kamen Rider Geats might be the very first Kamen Rider featured in like one of my favorite web shows, Death Battle, to fight Nero from Fate. So I'm interested to see how they felt it would be a good time to rewatch the series. And then I thought, well, you know, rewatching two Kamen Rider series, that's not enough. Let me go ahead and restart Kamen Rider Double, because that's one of the shows I need to watch for the for Super Robot Wars Y. That's one of the shows I need to watch so I can play Super Robot Wars Y. And then the other show I'm watching is You and I Are Polar Opposites, which is a really sweet romance anime that does what I've been wanting romance anime to do, it does what I want romance shows to do, or what I've been wanting romance shows to do, which is the two main leads get the main romantic couple, they get together at like the end of the first episode, and then the rest of the show is just them kind of figuring out how to be a couple. Pokemon Rescue says they opened up with just a photo of Kenji and kanji under it that I assume was in memory. Then to end the episode rather than the normal ending, they play the original Gavon opening. Sleep says, I am mildly curious how Death Battle chooses to scale Nero, given that Grand Order has offered some extremely strange context for power scaling for her. So even though I don't know a lot about Fate, I know that the cosmology is strange. But I also know for like Kamen Rider cosmology could also be strange, but specifically for Kamen Rider, like Kamen Rider Geats, it's really weird. I'm actually kind of one of the other reasons why I decided to watch 3 other Kamen Rider seasons is because I'm still gonna watch through Zets, but I'm really not enjoying it that much anymore. A lot of people... Dang it, I was gonna nickname Ryu Hayabusa the Ninja Guy, Dan. You gotta be kidding me. But anyway, the reason why I'm not enjoying Kamen Rider Zets as much, I think it's for a similar reason why a lot of people who are watching this season for the very first time are really enjoying it. And that's because the writer for Kamen Rider Zets, the head writer for Kamen Rider Zets, Yuya Takahashi, this is his 4th season writing Kamen Rider. And he has like 50, he is like, if you've seen a Yuya Takahashi season of Kamen Rider, you've seen every season of every Yuya Takahashi season of Kamen Rider. They'll change the gimmick every time, but like, I will tell, okay, every season will have a very like naive or idealistic green-colored rider who slowly loses their idealism, whilst they also have to deal with a white-colored rider who is much more cynical and often carries a gun. And they will have to deal, and also there'll be a more psychotic purple rider. I have just that is in like 3 of the 4 Yuya Takahashi seasons. Also, there will always be a world reset, always, at least one, or like some sort of like time, like either some sort of like time warp, or something like that. And so I've seen all 4. I've seen all 4 of the Yuya Takahashi seasons now with me watching Zets, and so I'm kind of used to like knowing what he does. Fucking Mascu says they talked about the research process in their podcast the other week, and it sounds like for Nier they're researching all of Fate, but Geats is just Geats. So in Fates, there's an object called the Throne of Heroes where all heroic actions of individuals are described for past, present, and future. The myths that persist around characters can influence how they are summoned, a la King Arthur being able to summon as a saber because all the stories Excalibur, but also can be summoned as a rider due to the myths about Arthur's prowess in jousting and mounted combat. Oh. So I'm guessing what you're saying there is that, like, Nero could potentially have, like, the capabilities of multiple, like, character classes from Fate. Okay, you're gonna be Garrus. Sleep says, yeah. I'm guessing they would probably only keep it to, like, if there was a class of hers that was shown on, like, in a show or game. So if, like, Nero had, like, there actually were showings for her with multiple classes, they would probably include those. But if we only in the games and anime got to see her as like Saber and Archer, then they would just use those. Pay no attention to how creepy this looks. Where's Garrus? Okay, where's Garrus' head? There's his head. Sleep says, and given how Death Battle likes to scale to a character's strongest point, her strongest point would be as Mother Harlot, one of the beasts of humanity representing a cardinal sin. Actually, so hilariously enough, Sleepless, this actually kind of like I know about Kamen Rider Geats, but I didn't really know much about Nero. So I just when people were kept being like, oh, these two should fight, I was like, oh, because they're characters from like shows where there's like battle royales. And they both like keep reincarnating. But actually that tells me that there actually are even other similarities between the two. Remember what I said just 5 minutes ago that Geats is scaling Geats specifically gets weird? Other Kamen Riders get like kind of like they get really strong, and like some of them get like almost godlike powers. And then there's Geats. Again, a lot of the a running thing. I'm not going to spoil the series for Geats, but a running thing throughout the show is that like every couple of episodes is an arc, and then like whoever wins the game, they get their wish granted, and then the world is reset. So it's not just like, oh, there's one big world reset. It's like, no, there is like every couple of episodes there is a world reset in Kamen Rider Geats. So he says, oh, it's a really good matchup lore wise from everything you talked about, Geats. Oh yeah, honestly, regardless of I'm going at this with the attitude I have with most death battles, and particularly with this one. I'm like, whoever wins or loses, whatever. This is gonna be like a really awesome fight. This is gonna be a really well animated, considering like Sleep says, I'm expecting a hell of an animation if nothing else. Yeah, if they sadly Death Battle has lost its like one of its lead 3D animators, Devil Artemis. And that was just because, and this is why I don't bring up Death Battle as much. As a fan of Death Battle, fans of Death Battle can be really annoying. There's like generally two groups of fans. There's like those who are there for the battle animations, and from what I've experienced, and like I'm one of them, and from what I've experienced in most of this, we're mostly pretty chill. And then there's the power scalers. And some of the fans were like being very rude to Devil Artemis to the point he was like, fuck it, I'm leaving. He left with an amazing episode though, like Cell versus Metal Sonic was an incredible episode. And then he literally went to his YouTube channel and said, okay, I'm making my own animated fights. I think this is the right... Oh, it's this one. Sleep says, yes, they can. But I think this will basically one of the reasons I'm looking forward to this is like, regardless of who wins, I think this will be like a kind of great thing to like get people into Kamen Rider or into Fate, because that's one of the Death Battle has gotten a lot better. This is coming from someone who did like I was watching the show during the very first season, so. There have been problems with recent battle. There have been problems with some recent episodes. But let me tell you, it could be a lot worse. But basically, the show is a lot better at handling characters and properties respectfully and treating them with respect. And it's kind of served to be a good like entry point for like to introduce people into a series. So I think if they handle this battle well, then regardless of who wins, this could be a pretty great pretty good entry, like not an entry point, but a thing to get people interested in Kamen Rider and Fate. Pokemon Master is basically going to come down to winner God versus God. So the winner is going to be determined by who can actually counter the other way that can't just God mode out of. Actually going back to Kamen Rider Geats, rewatching it through it, I am seeing some of the problems, some of Yuya Takahashi's problems when writing the shows that is kind of rearing their head. So it says, I remember how many people would not shut up about that first Link versus Cloud battle because you had the FF7 fans who were pissed they nerfed Cloud to effectively zero equipment. There was the LOZ fans who enjoyed feeling superior that the Golden Boy won. And there were so many people who just took what Dead Battle said as canon and refused to look at anything for themselves. Yeah, that you know, an episode, that battle in particular, you know how bad an episode was when they come back years later and they're like, okay, we're redoing this from scratch. We fucked this up so bad, we redid this from scratch. That is one of the positive things about them. There's like, they'll actually come back after like in recent years, they'll come back later and say like, okay, we really screwed this one up. And they've even like even in some of the battles that they themselves think are particularly not good, they've actually put in like the description or the titles like, this is not good. Okay, can I? Is there any actual color? I'm trying to see if there's. Oh wait, Garrus's outfit is blue. That's right. Slim says, although I do know they'll never revisit Tifa versus Yang. That one was a massive clickbait to draw more people to watch Ryubi. That's actually not the case. They actually did an entire podcast about talking about, like, episodes they really messed up on, and that was one of the first ones they brought up, and they said, when we planned out the animation, we kind of just, we just planned out, like, this battle to look like, it would be, like, a big show for Ruby Season 3, and we didn't realize how bad it would look until after we made it. But even then, like, that was actually one of the first ones they talked about in that podcast. That was like, we really messed this up. There is no way this would happen. Okay, let me customize this weapon. Let me make it black. And honestly, so, like, as someone who is, like, a fan of the show, I've seen, like, other fans say, like, oh, they gotta redo Ruby versus, Tifa versus Yang. But even as someone who, of course, really likes Tifa and would love to see Tifa win a fight, I don't think they should do that, because the general attitude towards that is like, oh, Tifa should just punch Yang's face in. And that doesn't... The Ruby... Listen, I may not be a Ruby fan anymore, but the Ruby fans have suffered enough. They've suffered too. They've suffered enough. They don't need that to happen to them. Hold on. Okay, so that's Garrus made. He's probably going to stay a rookie, so I can send him into missions. So they at least got it right with Mitsuru for Persona 3 winning against Weiss. Okay, so next let me make Jane Doe from Zenless Zone Zero. I know I'm taking quite a bit of time to customize characters, but I need the character. I need the help. I really need the help.
C'est tout bon.
I don't know why, but I'm actually, no, wait, she's from this version of Jane Doe's from Brazil. What is the national language of Brazil? Portuguese. Okay. I thought it was, but I wanted to be certain. Do they have a Portuguese voice? Dang it, they don't. Slip says, I didn't have to look it up. Slip says, Zenless Zone Zero, a game I took the acronym for and fucking ran with it. I know quite a few people who just the title Zenless Zone Zero works out for them. Like, I have a friend named Zacko Duo, so of course his streams would be called Zenless Zone Zacko Duo.
Getting it done.
Shout out to Zacko Duo. You should go follow Zacko Duo. Yeah, shout out to Zacko Duo. You should go to Zacko Duo. Oh, that's not who I meant. I did not mean to shout out myself. There we go. He hasn't gotten to if you like the character Neko Arc, yeah, if you want to know what Zacko Duo is about, his mascot character is Neko Arc, dressed as Char from Gundam. Great guy. He also with Burnout Vaughn. He and Burnout Vaughn, who I'm going to shout out them as well. I think they have an entire series where they play Fate games. I remember correctly, yeah. Yeah, I believe they have, like, if I remember correctly. So it says, oh no, I mean this game, the acronym for the game is Z's, commonly know how sleeping is portrayed text. So I literally have slept on the game since launch. Ha! Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is... It has some really good character designs. And a really great visual style. It is such a shame that game is a live service game. Like, if there was a game, if there was some sort of action RPG, if there was some sort of action RPG, if it was an action RPG with like a tag team mechanic, and it wasn't a freaking live service game, so they could like develop the gameplay more, that game would be amazing. I think I've mentioned this before, but if I am actually if I'm able to actually make this game I'm working on, if I'm able to actually make this game that I'm trying to work on, one of the things that is inspired, one of the things that inspired me to actually like stop putting off working on it and actually get started working on it. And like I've started a little bit of work on it, but I haven't been able to get back to it because of everything that's going on. But if I'm able to make this thing, one of the things that inspired me to actually get up and actually start working on it and start doing stuff for it and start learning stuff to actually actually start really getting into like working on this is I played Zenless Zone Zero, and I was like, this is such a great looking game with great character designs and such basic gameplay. I can feel a good game struggling to get out amongst all the live service. Although, like, I can feel this game being shackled by the live service-ness of it. So I should ask Zacho about his excitement for Melting Blood Twilight Lumina. Okay, last person. Oh, she's already got Lon Blazer's head. That's helpful. So I don't think there is a good game underneath the live service of Zenless Zone Zero.
Rolling out. Got it. Moving.
Okay, let me give her Blazer's hair. I will admit, though, as much as I say, like, oh, I like the character designs for Zenless Zone Zero, I do have one major problem. Well, there's a couple more things I could probably go into about problems, but the biggest problem I have, and this is probably outing myself here, but I wish they would go farther with making the animal people. I wish they would go farther with making the animal people girls animal people. Because, like, the wolf butler guy, he's a full-on wolf guy. And, like, the bear guy, and that bear guy, he's a full-on bear. And it's like, all the animal people that are girls are like, oh, it's a human girl with, like, rat ears. Or, there was one recently that was like, oh, it's an octopus girl. And she's literally just like a normal human girl, but she's got like a couple tentacles coming out of her back. It's like you could have made a really cool character here. That's like this octopus girl who's got like, yeah, she stands on two of her tentacles, and she uses the other 6 for like punching, like, or like a sword wielder. So she's swinging like 6 swords at once. Oh, I need to give her her cape. Like my excuses, so not even a Castellea, not that let down. Or like Jane Doe here, who I think who is probably overall one of my favorite designed characters they have, even from this game. Even for her, it's like I wish they had gone further with making her like a rat person, so that they could make her look like even scrunklier and even more. They can make her look scrunklier and more unhinged. Sleepless says, so you know why there aren't more odd-shaped ones, right? It's because they have like 4 to 6 body types and just use those for everything. I did not know that, but that explains a lot. Pokemon excuse. I'm guessing it's all built on the same basic avatar model. Like, probably my favorite design characters from Zenless Zone Zero, I think overall might be the small rabbit girl. Okay, well, there's a couple. There's like Bernice. I think Bernice is amazing. That one trailer they had for Bernice is probably like that alone has probably shot her up to being one of the most popular characters from the game. And it helps that it was a really catchy song. But Bernice, then there's Miss Zhao? Zhao. Okay, Zhao. Zhao. I do really like Zhao. I do really like Zhao from Zenless. I do really like Zhao's design. She's probably my other favorite. Yeah, Zhao is probably my other favorite because she's a rabbit girl who's an actual full-on rabbit girl. And also small girl with giant weapon is one of the best character types. Is one of the best character design types. Like Tinkaton from Pokemon and Poppy from League of Legends, and she's one of like 3 League of Legends characters I know, and she's one of those 3 League of Legends characters I know because, again, small girl, like tiny girl with like giant melee weapon it's always an amazing character design. You'd have to work hard to mess up that character design type. Okay. So okay, I'm not gonna send... Okay, Raiden's in training. I'm gonna have Black Widow go through training. And then Garrus, Jane Doe, and Blonde Blazer, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll send them out into battle. Let me just mark this down. I only realized, like, last night... Okay, so this is, like, the 6th week of me playing XCOM 2, and I just realized last night that I probably should have given Tali the specialist class, because I just remembered that Tali has, like, a little drone that she sends into battle. Okay. Back to this now. Let's see what we can do now. Slim says, one of the Discords I'm in is doing a watch-along of Advent Children. I was actually thinking about it earlier this week. I think Advent Children might be one of the first anime movies I've seen. Okay, well, outside of stuff like Pokemon movies, or like movies that weren't really considered anime at the time. They were just like, oh, you know, I think Advent Children is one of the first anime movies I saw when I realized what anime was. Because while I was really into Pokemon as a kid and watched a bunch of the Pokemon movies, I didn't really realize that Pokemon was anime, because Pokemon, it was just called like cartoons. It was just treated like cartoons. Okay, so I don't think we can try that mission yet. Okay, I'm gonna give this mission a try. But what's probably gonna happen is if I fail it, then I'm gonna reset back to before this. But if I fail at it, I'm gonna reset back to before I started it.
Commander Taigen and Shen aren't going to be happy if we don't put the Skulljack to good use. We should have one of our soldiers equip it before they deploy.
So, yeah, I'll give her the Skulljack. So, something else to mention is that Actually, when I watched Advent Children, I probably didn't even realize that it was like, okay, I didn't really even know what Final Fantasy was. I just kind of knew that's like, oh, this is related to something called Final Fantasy. So says the issue I have with that is the recognition that Advent Children was predominantly 3D CG, which made it look far different than anything else at the time from anime. Like the DBZ movies. Guess we'll give you a knife. Okay, Tali. Yeah, let me send Tali, Torque, and Shantae into this. And... okay, Bomb Blazer, you're gonna have to go in as well. Okay, let me give her... yeah, this will be fine, I think. I don't think this mission is going to go well, but we're going to try it. If we lose this mission, if we fail this mission, then I'm going to reset back to before we started. Yeah, if we fail this mission, I'm going to reset back to before we started. But again, if anyone dies on this mission, even if I reset my progress back to before I started this mission, I'm going to count any lives lost. But if I can manage to succeed on this, then we can actually get rid of one of the Chosen. At least I think that's what happens if you if you win this mission. You actually are able to get rid of one of the Chosen. Oh dang it, the stream's messing up again to the game loading.
Time for us to finally take the fight to the Chosen themselves. Intel on this facility is almost non-existent. In fact, you may be the first human beings to step foot inside these walls. This may not be the most ideal situation, but it could be our only chance to take one of these things.
Okay, it's kind of funny he says that.
Good luck.
It's funny he says that because my group here is made up of Tali, who's not human.
Stay alert and remember why
Garrus,
you're here.
who's not human.
That thing dies today.
Torque, who's not
no
human.
matter what it takes.
Jane, who I'm not sure if the animal people...
There is no doubt in my mind.
I'm not sure if the animal people from Zenless Zone Zero are like, they're a subset, or like they're a subspecies of humanity. Or, if they're like a separate race. Shantae is half human. So really our team was made up of like one human, a half human, and a potential human. But actually it's a squad, but most of it is a squad of aliens. Locate the Ascension Chamber, use the Skulljack on an Advent Officer.
As good a place as any.
Wait, what's with the bloodstains there?
On the go.
Oh, okay. This is like a medical facility, I guess. Looks like somebody needs to clean up their... Looks like somebody needs to clean up a bit better.
Coming through.
Got it covered. Running.
Okay, and... And Garrus, I guess I'll send. Well, I don't want to get him too close, but I'll send him right there. And Tali, let me send her here.
Will do!
I had hoped you would never find this place, XCOM. You have forced my hand. I can afford to give you no quarter.
Can you at least spare a dime?
Absolutely.
Let me I guess let me try going through this door here. Wait, how many doors is there? Okay, there's only 2. Yeah, only 2.
Move, move, move!
Okay, well there's 3 doors, but you know what I mean. There's like 2 ways I can exit here.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So I've got 3 rookies here, but I have 2.
Affirmative. Covering now.
But I have like, okay, so yeah, 3 rookies, but the other 3 teammates I got here are 3 of my 4 3 of my 4 best squad mates. But what that means is that if I lose anyone, things are gonna go very badly.
Yes?
There's an Advent captain nearby. We should attempt to disable it with the Skulljack. Well, we weren't expecting to sneak in here today. Let's take these things out.
Damn it. Already off to a bad start. Damn it. There we go. Okay.
Hostile no longer exists.
Good job, Torque.
Got it.
Is that it?
Your world
Okay, so there's a couple enemies on Overwatch.
Yet you choose to come here to face me. You squander what time you have left. You are not worthy of this world.
Seems doable.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can take them out.
Did you see that one?
Okay, she's on Overwatch. Oh, excuse me. They're on Overwatch, so... Okay, 2 of them are on Overwatch. Let me see if I can actually...
Going down!
And I'll have her hide back here. Not really much good
Position
cover.
confirmed.
Okay.
Taken care of. Running dry.
Slithering.
I'll have her go out here. Okay, and they should be marked now. And she also has a bonus action, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of them.
Straight from the Advent playbook.
Yeah, there's 2 enemies at Overwatch, so... There's definitely more enemies around here.
Running.
Let me have her go out here. And then let's have Jane go here.
Location confirmed. Getting a little toasty here.
I had counseled the elders to show patience with your race, yet here you now stand. My brothers were correct. You are unworthy of existence.
It's gonna be so sad. If I do manage to kill her, it's gonna be so satisfying to not have to listen to all 3 of them.
Got it. Double time.
This might be a bad position to go to. Okay, there's turrets. That's who it is.
Watch me move.
Yeah, let's go ahead and attack them.
Splattered a hostile.
Okay, I guess that was her last move.
Getting it done.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, hold on, gotta get rid of a bot. Oh no, wait. Okay, no, it turns out their account was already deactivated. Good. I guess let me have her move here.
Confirmed. On Overwatch.
The elders could have destroyed your race with but a single command.
Yeah.
Rebuilt your world, offered you hope. Your actions this day are an affront to their generosity.
Oh, okay. Overwatch then.
On Overwatch.
I don't know if there's any... Doesn't seem like there's any place to go here, so I guess let's go through here?
Got it, moving. I've got eyes on an Advent position.
Oh. Oh, is that one of these fuckers? Ugh. Okay, we need to kill them quickly. Maybe I might be able to freeze them?
Breathe in.
Okay, good.
Covering ground.
Wait, is she out in the open? Wait. Oh. She's not hiding behind anything.
Okay.
Okay, so I accidentally sent Torque to a very bad spot. I think she might be able to get him. let's see if she can get rid of them. Nope. Okay, I might have just caused BrawlKaiser's death.
To connect. Need a resupply.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, how about that?
Would it be so hard to trust the elders? To
Yeah.
believe for an instant that they fight for more than just a single world.
Oh my gosh, can we just shut the comms
center
off?
of this universe, but just a small part of a greater whole.
Okay, let's...
Watch me
I guess
move.
let me have her move back here.
Always do your very best.
And let's put her back here.
Move out!
Okay, she's almost got them.
I can handle that.
Let's try it out. Nope, that missed.
Target's still up.
Come on. There, okay, got him.
You know, that was good.
Solid copy.
Your greatest minds struggle to grasp
Okay, so
mere
she's...
snippets of the elders' knowledge.
Okay, it might be there. I think we might need to go
Must
there.
see the futility in this conflict.
So let's
The
go
only way for
here.
your race to survive is to submit.
Wait, no. Okay, this is not the way to go.
On the
Maybe
go.
back this way then? Yeah, okay.
No need to ask twice.
Yeah, I think that these were the wrong doors to go to then.
Moving out.
Got it.
Rolling.
That's not where I wanted her to go, but okay. She needs to reload her gun.
And still, the elders offer you mercy. And still,
Oh,
you
shut up.
resist. You confuse petulance for righteousness. You doom your entire race.
Right!
Part of the reason I'm focusing,
Got it.
part of the reason why I'm trying to do these chosen strongholds is that if I beat them, then I don't have to
10-4.
then I don't have to listen to them again.
10-4.
Go, go, go!
Wait, from over there.
It is not our will that you suffer. Humanity's
Alright,
sacrifice
so
will
let's
be
open up the
great,
door.
but so too shall be
Oh,
its
jeez.
rewards. Submit
Those
to
ones, the
me
specters, and
now,
like three of the
be
angels.
sure the future of your people.
Okay, yeah, try shooting that. Okay, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm feeling a weird pain right here in my left part of my chest, so let me make a save right here, and then I'm gonna take a short break too. Because hopefully there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, it looked like the internet was about to die again whilst I was on break, but it didn't. But there was a lot of frame drop issues, so I don't know. The stream might be about to break down again. If it does, I'll try to bring it back as soon as possible.
Let's go.
And yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but there is some like dull pain I'm experiencing in my left chest. I really need to like plan a visit to a doctor.
Moving out.
Let's get rid of you.
Well, how about that? My ammo's running low.
No need to ask twice.
Whatever you say.
Let me put her on Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Oh, okay, that doesn't... Right, they don't... That doesn't work on them. I feel the exact same way, Torque.
No, wait! Soldier down!
Now that I think about it, did they really need to make a second kind of enemy that can mind control allies in this game? We already have the sectoids. Do we really need these guys? Darn it.
I'm still ahead of you.
Okay, good. That's a good start.
Enemies on the move! They're flanking us!
Ah, that missed too. Okay, yeah, frames are dropping. Okay, yeah, the frames are dropping like crazy, so I think my internet might be about to go out again.
The monsters. We do not seek to kill and destroy. You project your own failings upon us. You blind yourself from the truth.
Sure. Okay. Anyway.
Once more, from the top. Hey!
Oh, good, that missed.
Sweet.
Jeez. Let me have her run over here. Okay, and they're on fire. That's good. Yeah, let's get rid of them.
You know that was good.
Then...
Negative, weapons dry.
Whatever you say.
Okay, we gotta keep a bit of a distance from where those things drop.
Ammo out!
Okay, that one's dead.
Kill confirmed.
Let me move her over here.
Slithering.
And I guess let me try and freeze this thing. Yeah,
Go
freeze
on.
one of them again.
Take a deep breath.
Okay, she took damage from that. That's unfortunate.
I offer peace, XCOM. Not for you. Your lives are forfeit. But for your children's children. Surrender, and they may yet live. This entire universe will survive.
Okay, that's a Spectre gotten rid of.
That's right.
Let me have her reload first.
Ready to rock.
I guess move
Seems
over here.
doable.
You know, let me make a mid save here. Okay, no doorways there. No doorways there. That leads back to here. Doorway there? Or... Can't really tell.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, can't really tell where I need to go.
No problem, boss.
Affirmative. Moving out.
I guess let me move her right here.
As good a place as any.
Yeah, I figured there were still enemies around, but let's move the rest of them up a little bit.
Already there.
Okay, if that leads back to here, then we don't need to go here. That doesn't look like a door. That's not a door. Oh, that's a door. Okay, wait. I thought that wasn't a door.
Good to go.
Okay, I thought this wasn't a door. My mistake.
Will do.
I think this might act. Maybe this is where we need to go.
Running.
I'm guessing when we get to this Ascendant's Chamber, we're gonna have to fight the Chosen.
Time to motor.
Like one last time.
Oh yeah.
On the go.
Okay, let's see. This is what we're looking for. That looks like what we're looking for.
Covering ground.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's 4 of those things. Okay, maybe not exactly what we're looking for, but maybe it's in the room beyond here. Shantae, let me have you go... Yeah, you go here.
I'm coming.
Torque's in there by herself, which is not good.
Will do.
No problem, boss.
Yeah, let me send someone else in there to back her up. They're kind of grouped together, so I think I can take out multiple of
Bombs
them.
away.
Yeah, it did a little bit of damage, but okay.
I'm going. That won't do it.
Okay, Tolly, you move here.
Moving to designated position.
Let me set you to Overwatch.
Scanning.
Oh, good, she got him.
You're dead.
Okay, she did a little bit of damage to him.
I could do better.
Unfortunately, she's kind of in the open now.
I'm being
Are
flanked.
are they hiding or? Okay, good. She got them. Having her be the first one that encounters them actually kind of was a good idea. Although she's now, like, out in the open, so...
Watch me move.
Energy
guessing that's when
signature
we go.
directly ahead. This appears to be an alien transport device of some
Blue
kind.
soldiers to gate platform.
Understood.
Okay.
Looks like we found our way out of here.
Can she... No, okay, she can't get two of them, so...
That looked like it hurt.
Let me have Shantae move here. And... see if she can target them. Nope. Missed.
But
Okay, Blown Blazer, you move over here. And then get to over here.
I'm
You
going.
go back over here. Dang it.
Come on.
Okay, so
focus.
I guess we're not going to be fighting the Chosen here. I thought that actually... I thought that was the kind of the point of us being here, was to fight the Chosen, but I guess not. Pokemon Cube as well, I need to vanish to bed. Night. Night, Pokemon Cube.